Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to the EBM Scholars, and I'm here just to give a quick update about the decision for the DV2020 lawsuit and the possible extension of the DV2020. And when I'm talking about the DV2020, I'm talking for those who applied in the year 2018. The results came out in 2019 for coming to the US in 2020 fiscal year. The fiscal year 2020 started in October 1st, 2019 to the September 30th, 2020. So what happened is, because of the pandemic, most of the embassies were closed, and plus there was some extension, there was suspension of the immigration. So people were not going to the visa interview because of that. So there was a lawsuit. First of all, the embassy was, the Department of State were not supposed to stop the visas. People should be given the visa despite of this immigration suspension. That was number one. And the second part was the embassy to be able to provide what we call to give the visa, and it will be individual decision whether to be able to come and it will be facing the immigration suspension or not. So that was number one. And because the numbers of people who were interviewed was smaller than usually expected, so this is the second time where they had another motion or another filing, the decision is made like 20 minutes ago about whether the extension will be put there or not. So this is how many pages? 26. So this, they say, this is a breaking news, which it is 26 decision, 26 pages decision. That is the breaking news. I'm going to share some of the things. So breaking news in the V2020 litigation, Judge Mehta's order is out. It is 26 pages. My observation is below. So Curtis Morrison is one of the lawyer, just posted this update a few minutes ago. So this is what he's saying. Like in all these 26 pages, this is the summary of what does this mean. And I'm going to put the link of this one so that you can be able to read it by yourself if you want to read. So what he's saying is there were 40,000 diversity visas that had not been issued as a week ago, just fewer now, 1 week ago, but most of the, like for the other week later, more visas have been issued, but it still is just that one. So, and the Judge Mehta ordered that Department of State to reserve 9,095 diversity visa numbers after September 30th, 2020, which calculates to mean that about half of the regular amount issued will be issued in this year. That is number one. The class petitions was granted. The Gomez was granted. ACA was denied, which was the says the bad news for the DV issued prior to April 23rd, that kind of thing. So those people who were in the lawsuit, Kennedy versus Trump plaintiff, will have access to the 9,095 visas, diversity visas numbers, but they will not have. They are not going to put what they call prioritization of those one. But the team, Curtis Morrison, Charles Cook, and others, which are part of the American Immigration Lawyers Association, ILA, they say our team's focus will be to issue the mandamus, whatever case, which still exists, to getting our plaintiff into embassies interviews as soon as possible. So they are working for the plaintiff first of all. But still, the only people will be also to be, it's not like a typical extension, but it's just reserving the maximum of 9,000. So this, what does that mean? It means consular interviews for the DV 2020 will stop for now, and will resume if and after we have access to the merits, on the merits. So do not expect any more consular interviews in the next 90 days, maybe longer. Your attorneys have to work, to make sure that it's going that way. So this is the attorneys of those people who are in the side of the litigation. But if you are not included in that one, it means possible that one will be in the bad situation. So basically, the decision that was among the 26 pages is just, the order is not a typical extension in my understanding. I'm not a lawyer. This is what, after just quickly previewing the judgment and going through some of these like highlights, it means in a very simple way, in a very understanding, it's just like the visas, basically, they are not going to issue almost 55,000 visas for the DV2020 because the fiscal year has ended. The fiscal year has ended on September 30th, 2020 for the winners of the DV2020. So there are very few people who were interviewed, like, I'm talking few, less than a half, who were interviewed for the DV2020. So what they have reserved, according to the judge, is just to make sure that they are going to provide those remaining for the people who were in the litigation. So I'm going to, even that is from Curtis Morrison lawyer. If you go to read it from other people, like for instance, if you need to read it from Charles Cook was just updated his Twitter account, and he's saying what he said, that the court declined. Okay, just let me start with this one. The court will grant the individuals who have been reselected to that financial year 2020. The lawsuit, or just the motion which was there, has been declined, kind of that. So that is the impact we are talking about. So the DV2020 and the DV2020 winners, basically, the only unclear part of this order, at least to me, according to Charles Cook, is whether the Department of Justice is required to continue processing the visa or is allowed to suspend processing interviews of the visas pending a final order at a future date. Will clarify tomorrow. So they're going to get clarification tomorrow. So it is a very confusing situation because the judgment, even for Charles Cook, who is Charles Cook, he himself, who is part of the legal team, is not clear whether, and this is just updated like 2 minutes ago, he just updated this one. So I'm talking in the real time. What does that mean? So what does that mean? Okay, so which few minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, he posted something about the decision. So it is very confusing, but for the people who won for the DV2020, personally, I'm very sorry for them, because some people, they have already just after winning, even if it's not a guarantee to get the visa, and especially like if you have lowercase number, you have all the qualification needed, usual, you are processing your mindset, I'm going to America, then pandemic, then suspension, then the lawsuit, everything comes up. So everything is on the air. So tomorrow, we are going tomorrow will be also Charles Cook and his team. They're going to get the most of the clarification, whether the interviewing process is ended or is just only for that 9,000, and we'll be able to see what does that mean. So I'm sorry for those who are in this situation. And a few minutes ago, what it said, Charles Cook, is the court did not put an end on the DV2020 processing. So the court doesn't say this is the end. So if that is not the end, which is a good thing, but didn't say this is extension, because what the lawyers were asking was the extension. But if that was the extension, so but the lawyer didn't, the Judge Mehta didn't say the DV2020 fiscal year has ended right now. But he has reserved the 20,000, 9,036 whatever visas to be issued. So is it still things on the air to get more details? But that is quick update, and if there is any other thing, I'll keep you updated. So thank you so much, everyone, and stay tuned for more details, especially for the DV2020. I'm going to make more videos, especially for the DV2022. If you are the DV winner 2020. Obviously, you didn't get the visa. Please don't lose hope. Please apply for the DV 2022. Yes, there is no guarantee of winning, but there are certain situations where sometimes you can be able to get it. I have an example of someone won in Tanzania, DV 2020. It was DV 2020. But Tanzania then was put into the travel ban, so didn't get the visa. So applied for the DV 2021, and herself and the husband both won the DV. So sometimes there's no guarantee, but you might win. So that is something I want to just quickly to share with you. So thank you everyone, and goodbye.